they happen over a year of 100 conversations, 1,000 conversations before anybody will ever be receptive to what you have to say.
So, what's like a real world example of this idea that you might not be talking to Stephen, you might be talking to something he's dealing with?
Yeah. So let's put it in terms of I've had a client before. This is not a, let me rephrase that. I had a deposition before where I was talking to a witness, and he was a huge mountain of a man. His name is Bobby Lepre. I'm talking, Steve, he was huge. His hands, I mean, he just looked, I looked like I was physically deficient in every way next to this guy. And it didn't matter what I asked him, Stephen, he got mad at me. I mean, I was asking him basic things like where were you born? Okay. And where'd you go next and what happened next? And every time he would just get angry and angrier. And eventually I had to ask him, I said, "Do you need a break?" And he said, "No, but I got something to say." And I thought he was about to just flip the table on me. He was just so furious. And I asked him, well, once he even told me, he said, you can cut all this buddy buddy stuff. Except he didn't say stuff. And he said, you lawyers, you attorneys, you're the worst thing to happen in this government. You're the worst thing to happen. So you can go on and ask your stupid questions, but I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Well, instead of taking that bait, which is most people wanted to do, I asked him a question. I said, what am I missing? What's what are you struggling with right now in your life? What's been your biggest struggle? And they have to answer questions in a deposition. And what I learned was that he, big old Bobby Lepre, this huge guy, had just put his mother in a nursing home, and he was the only one to take care of her. His dad had died, his brother was off, and he had been getting letters for months about his mom and her home from lawyers about foreclosing, making demands, debt collection, all these things that he just didn't understand. And so, right then in that moment, I represented everything he knew about the law and lawyers and everything else. And so, the person I saw was an aggressive, mad witness. The person I was talking to was a worried son. And we got to talk that out, and I helped him, and it ended wonderful. We ended actually hugging. But every day you have these micro moments of the person you see is not the person you're talking to. The waitress that looks like she's being rude and dismissive is actually worried because she should have gotten off 2 hours ago, and her mom is still keeping her kids